Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my Holistic Tarot. Here are your universal messages for the sign of Leo. I want to wish a happy birthday, happy belated birthday to all my Leos. We're going to be looking at what may be coming in for you for the next 30 days during the new moon cycle in Leo. So on August 21st, we're having that solar eclipse in your sign. And then later on in the afternoon, the sun moves into Virgo. So this will be the tail end of your, of your solar season here. But this eclipse is falling in your sign, so this is going to be a period of tremendous change for you as far as yourself, your persona, your own goals, dreams, who you are at the depths of your being, how you affect the world and how the world affects you. So, look out in the next 30 days and really in the next 6 months to a year at tremendous changes that are going to take place for you personally, that are going to, be growth experiences, and your life may look very different in 6 months than it does right now. So, get all of your plans in order so that you can take advantage of this tremendous wave that's sweeping through your life, okay, for the positive, to create a new life for you. All right, so this is for the sun and ascendant of Leo. This may affect your moon sign. If you are a moon sign Leo, you'll know if the messages resonate for you. What are the messages for Leo? I've already pre-shuffled the cards and meditated on you, Leo, so let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for this new moon cycle in Leo. All right. We have the Emperor in the distant past. Interesting. There's you, the Lion there. We have the Four of Wands and the Magician in the recent past. The Page of Pentacles in the center of the reading. The Ten of Cups crowning the Page of Cups at the base of the reading. We have the Tower coming in the last 2 weeks of the cycle, and the Chariot. And then toward the end of that cycle, we have the Six of Cups. Okay. And then at the base of the deck, the Queen of Swords. All right. So, interesting for me because with this new moon focused on your first house, or, on the sign of Leo, this is going to be a period where you really want to, you have permission to be a little selfish. You have permission to focus on your wants and your needs right now, because if your life is not in order, if your world is not straight and the way that you want it to be, you really can't be the effective influence over those around you, or the positive influence in the lives of those who care about you, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, people who you are mentor to. So very much you need to focus on what's making you happy, what makes you feel whole, what makes you feel complete during this period. And you're going to have a lot of influence. You already have a lot of influence on people because you are that Leo. You're ruled by the sun. So, you're the king, you're the queen of the zodiac, of the jungle. And the things that you do have a lot of influence on the people around you. Whether it's in your immediate life, or even, if you're involved in your social media, Facebook, Instagram, people look at you. They want to know what you're going to do next. You have a lot of energy, and your personal image is very influential over the people around you. So let's see what's going on. Well, you have the Emperor in the distant past. So I feel that many of my Leos have really been consolidating their empire, their kingdom. There has been a lot of influence or a lot of work in the area of your work, perhaps. Your self-image, building up yourself as an authority, as a someone that people look up to. There's been a lot of focus on, your world around you and structuring your world, or, becoming an expert at what you are involved in or what you're good at. So people see you as, that boss material, that authority. The lion is right here on the Emperor card. And so I feel like at your feet you have this power, you have this leonine power to rule over your world and over the people around you, but in a benevolent way, okay? Not in an overpowering way, even though you can do that too. But if you act from a sense of humility and love, you're always going to be a positive influence to people. So you want to make sure that that's the way you are being seen in the world, and not as kind of a tyrant, or someone who has an iron hand, or who is heavy-handed, or selfish in the most negative aspect of it. Now, in the recent past, you have the Magician and the Four of Wands. And so where the Emperor talks about maybe a year to 6 months, you have the Magician and the Four of Wands in the recent past. So maybe the last few months, or even the last month or few weeks leading up to this period. I feel that, you've been very busy. You have, the major arcana of the Emperor. You have the Magician here. So there's been a lot of manifesting. You've had the power of manifestation and I think that you've been focusing that, it looks like, very much where your relationships are concerned, where your home, where your family is concerned. The Four of Wands is here, and the Four of Wands indicates, it can represent marriage, it can represent the home, not just the home as a concept, but also the physical home. Some of you may have recently bought a home, or you've been redecorating, or you have been looking for a new home. You've been very focused on that. Some of you may have been doing some kind of projects at home, construction or redesign. And I think it's something that has had the ability to bring a lot of satisfaction to you and the people that live with you, your family members, roommates. There is a lot of focus, I think, on relationships in general for you. So, where this is a period of self-focus, recently you've been more focused on making the way comfortable and happy for the people that you love and the people that are around you. And that's beautiful, because you've been focusing a lot of energy, and as I said, manifesting, putting a lot of time, love, energy, money, thought, creativity into creating a happy home or a happy environment for a partner, for your children if you have them, for relatives, parents perhaps. So there may have even been some parties, celebrations. You may have had graduations or weddings. There, some of you may have recently gotten married, and it's, not only a new home, but also a new relationship, a new commitment. So definitely there could also be the influence of a strong male influence in your life, whether you're male or female, someone who has helped create tremendous structure in your life. And you could have now linked up with that person and be making a new life with that person, and moving forward with a strong commitment, which is indicated by the Four of Wands. So it's really positive developments on the emotional front for you. Crowning you and talking about the first 2 weeks of this cycle. So now we're into the new moon cycle starting August 21st. So the first 2 weeks, we have the Ten of Cups crowning the reading. We have the Page of Coins in the focus of the reading, the very center, and we have the Page of Cups at the base. So interesting for me, because we have two pages here which can represent different things. If you have children, if there are children around you, there could be a very strong influence right now from your children, on your children, about your children. Again, you could have kids that are going away to school. You could be getting ready for school with kids. You could have just recently had a child or had twins. Congratulations if that's happened for you. Because crowning is the Ten of Cups. So look, we have 2 children here on the Ten of Cups. Okay, and 2 parents, and a rainbow of love and cups here. And then you have a Page of Coins, which is an earth sign, which could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And then you have a Page of Cups, which could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. So, or you could already have children who could be of these, personality traits, or who can have these elements in their chart. Some of you may have recently gotten married and are combining families. So yours and your partners, you're together now, and you've now started a new household, a new family. So, there's definitely new beginnings. There's definitely the blessings of family, of home environment. And so I really feel that, again, you have been very, very, very focused on others in your life. Very focused on others, on making the way comfortable and good, putting a lot of love and energy and creative energy into the people that depend on you, your loved ones, the little ones, or even if you have adult kids, you may be getting them off to college, and really focused on, enjoying them right now before they move off to college. The Page of Coins is the scholar, so, this could represent kids going back to school. And the Page of Cups is emotional connection to a child, to a loved one. So really beautiful cards for the next 2 weeks. Those are the influences that I see there. And toward the third, say the first to second week of September, which is about, the third week of this cycle, we have some different energy coming in, which is not necessarily negative energy. So don't be, alarmed, because I really only see good things happening here for you, Leo. You have the Tower and you have the Chariot. Okay? So interesting for me, because I think this does indicate some major change that's taking place in your life. Again, if you have kids that are going away, this could be, now the family is kind of disrupted a little bit. It could be for a positive reason, as I said, as kids going away to school, but it's kind of restructuring your foundation now, and you're having to stay balanced with this drastic change that's taking place in your life. It may be a drastic change for you and your partner. It may be an empty nest situation where now you've got to, you don't have the kids anymore there to focus on. They're at a distance, and now you have to reconnect with your partner. You're being challenged to kind of now find a balance between the two of you, where there's a focus back on the relationship. And now that you're, the parental role is kind of at a distance. So the Chariot here says, though, that you will be successful at doing that. The Chariot is a card about victory. So some of you may decide, now that you're kind of being given a breather from a parental role, there's a chance for you to travel, and you may decide to take an impromptu trip with a loved one, with a partner. There may be travel overseas. And some of you can, be doing some international travel, or a vacation that you've been waiting to, for years to have. there could be a focus there on doing that, on some big change that up until this point you haven't had the opportunity to pursue, but that now you're kind of free to spread your wings again. Okay? And the beautiful thing here I see is that in the outcome, you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is kind of reuniting with a loved one. So again, going along with this theme, you may find that now you have time alone with a spouse or a partner that you didn't have before, and there's kind of a reconnecting, an emotional reconnection. You know, you're going back to the things that brought you together before the whole family situation came about. You could be going back to visit friends, loved ones. You could be going back to where you met. You could be just reconnecting on an emotional level and revisiting, you know, memories of the past that have gotten you to this point in your life. So definitely a strong connection there. A lot of emotion here with the Ten of Cups and the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, and the rest are mostly cups here. Let me see, Page of Cups, Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and then we have coins and wands and one sword. So there definitely is a big change, a big you know, kind of monumental, universal thing going on here for you that's moving you along to the next phase of your emotional life. And you want to refocus on who you are and what, you know, who you are to the people around you, what your connections are, what they mean to you. And again, there may be a need to revisit the past in order to gain new perspective on your future and on the way that things are going to progress in your life and in your emotional life specifically. The Queen of Swords is here at the base of the deck, and the Queen of Swords can be a earth sign influence, which is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So you being a Leo, this could be your opposite sign of Aquarius. It could be a strong connection with an Aquarian. Or another air sign. And I feel like this is someone who is going to help you with some decisions on how to move forward. All right. There may be conversations. There may be you know, some change that's going to take place, a lot of discussion. I see you talking to someone, you know, with the Six of Cups here and the Queen of Swords, it's like you're having these long discussions, you know, maybe over a glass of wine, and, you know, what do we do next? Like, what happens next? What comes next for us? What do you want to do? What have you always wanted to do? So let's make some decisions. Let's decide where we want to go, what we want to do now. You know, we focused on family and the kids and building that life. Now let's focus on us as individuals. Do you want to go back to school? You know, I've thought about pursuing this area of interest in my life. Do we want to do it together? You know, so there's some decision making that's going to happen, but I think it's going to happen in the context of a really supportive emotional environment with loved ones. You could be going back to visit family members. You know, it could be a parent or parents. Could be going back to either your birthplace or your partner's birthplace. Definitely the past is going to have a big influence on the future for you here. So, you know, powerful reading. I want to just do a few clarifiers here. I definitely want to clarify the Tower and find out what this big change is. I want to see what's on these pages, and I want to find out what's going on with the Six of Cups. A little bit more information here, okay? So let's see what's going on with the pages. Okay, so we have a Knight of Coins. Okay, so Nine of Coins is an earth sign influence, which is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Again, this could be a student. This could be someone that is pursuing a course of training. Who it's going to take a little time for this training to to evolve into or to the goal. But they're going through this steady and sure, step by step. Semester by semester, maybe one step at a time. They move slowly, but they're going to get to whatever that goal is because the Knight is grounded. They have their goal in focus, and they know how to get there. Okay. The coins also indicate that there is a promise of prosperity. So maybe whatever this course of study is that either you or a child or a loved one is following, once they graduate, once they achieve the goal, it's going to set them up for a pretty secure future. Okay, but it's going to be a gradual step-by-step process. This Knight of Pentacles also can represent monies coming in, funding coming in. So if there's grants, financial aid, some kind of loan, that could be coming through as well. What's on the Tower? So the Tower is the Page of Swords. Again, this could be a message coming through that's going to require decisiveness. Again, it could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So there's going to be a message that's going to come through, bringing that Tower energy during this period that kind of comes in very quickly, and you might have to make a quick decision to travel. Could be a message from one of your kids that requires you to have to go to the school or take a trip to see them. They may need some help, but it's going to end up a positive thing. Okay, it's not. I don't see any negativity here, but it may be a message coming through. And in the outcome, well, you've got the Eight of Cups clarifying the Six of Cups. So again, moving on to something else that's going to bring satisfaction, emotional satisfaction, moving on from the past to the future, to something that's going to bring you to a higher level of emotional achievement. Okay? So let me just go ahead and pull a card from the Tao Oracle, which will give us the healing message here. And a final message for my Leos. What is the final message for Leo for this new moon cycle in Leo? What is the higher message for Leo? Okay. All right, we have the card Darkening of the Light. Interesting here because you have another moon in the corner. So, here is also that moon in the Eight of Cups. The darkening of the light talks about looking inward. And again, I feel like in the recent past, in the distant past, you've been very focused on building some kind of structure for the people around you, and now it's your time. It's your time to focus. You may need to meditate. You may need to follow some spiritual practice, or looking in to figure out where it is that you're going next. Be self-focused, but also, don't, and this might be a little hard for my Leos, but there is a need to pull inward. So where many of my Leos, are very much out in the public, out in the open, very much live their life somewhat. Now, this is not all Leos, because some Leos are very introverted and focused, but a lot of my Leos are very, outgoing and very focused on public opinion. And this card is saying, don't worry so much about the public. Focus on yourself right now. Be circumspect. Maintain a low profile. With the eclipse going on, you want to make sure that you're not saying or doing things that could be misinterpreted or that could bring you into a negative light in the public. Okay, so maintain a low profile, be cautious, be moderate in how you put yourself out there, be self-protective so that there's no misunderstanding or mistaking your intentions, and just focus on you, on the inner you, on your spiritual self, and what comes next for you as a soul, as a spirit. All right? And then you will find that inner guidance that shows you where to move forward with that Eight of Cups, what to move on to for that spiritual understanding and the next level of your journey. All right, my Leos, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been your message for the new moon cycle in Leo. I bid you namaste and thank you. Blessings to you.